Hello and welcome to day 29 of my I feel like I should know that before starting. Every day I get a little bit more, is that the... So anyways, day 29 of my daily videos during the UK lockdown. I'm making them every day just to sort of keep track of what life was like in these weird times and also just to keep people company. And I've decided what I'm going to do today is I got these lovely bowls for very cheap from the supermarket because they were full of dead plants, most of which I've like sort of pulled away now. You can see like that's mostly bare. And I thought that they would be really good to put some of our aloe veras in. We've got quite a few kind of medium-sized ones because last year they had a lot of babies. And one of the bigger ones I've got here, this was the one that we separated, and he didn't grow a whole lot more. There are a couple of little ones in there, but this isn't really the ideal container for aloe vera. They should be able to spread a bit more. I don't know if you can see, but you know, we learned after we'd bought these pots that that wasn't what was best. So what I'm going to do is transfer them, I say them, him, to one of these bowls. And you can see this one here, it's actually got, these were primrose bowls, and they're only £1 because they were mostly dead, but this plant seems to be doing okay. So I might actually put that in, I've got some little pots over there, and see how that does, I guess. Obviously be some cute little flowers, right? So this is like, you know, such a green and healthy video as well. I thought that I would drink some water as opposed to an alcoholic beverage. And this is just, you know, while I do this, it's just going to be a little bit rambly, right? Probably minimal editing and stuff. I just wanted to do something that was a bit relaxing for me as well as you, because, you know, I think that now we're in, what is it, week 5, I guess. It's starting to settle in a little bit, you know, like every day's the same. Every day is kind of empty and just a bit, you know, I really do think these videos are what is keeping me sane, because it just gives me something to do, right? Like otherwise everything would just be so similar. And there just seems to be little, I don't know. I know for one that I should be doing better with like bedtimes, hydration and stuff like that, because that's kind of fallen by the wayside. And I imagine it's no coincidence that as that has fallen by the wayside, things have gotten a little bit harder mentally. Not that they're hard, right? I just mean, you know, sometimes you can sort of start to get very passive, very blank. And I do my best to try and fight that, right? Like I like being a positive person. And when that starts to become harder, I know that there's something wrong for me. Right. Because I guess that's, you know, quite an essential part of, you know, monitoring your own mental health, is knowing what's abnormal, even if to you it seems like it's the norm. I went very many years being actually quite miserable, telling myself how great everything was and I had no reason to be miserable, and you come to realise that you're just convincing yourself, you know? I think it's important to be able to, you know, just because something's your norm doesn't mean it has to be that way, right? And so things like bedtime, exercise, hydration, fruits and vegetables, productivity even. I know that, you know, all of those things make me feel better. And if I'm not doing them, well, if I feel bad, I can think to myself like, hey, Am I doing those things? And if I'm feeling bad, normally the answer is no. Like I'll be feeling bad and, you know, I'm not eating right. I'm not going to bed at reasonable hours. I'm not doing any exercise. And suddenly it's like, oh yeah, no wonder you feel rubbish. Okay, so we'll leave that over there for the time being. That's filling up fast. Okay. I know I probably should, but I'm not gonna wash these pots because that's just a bit of soil, right? It's a shame to see all this root work in there when I know that the plants up top were so dead that they were like slimy. Terrible. This one really has done like the absolute best, and so it would, I think, be a shame to not give it another life. Should we do that first? Let's have a little bit of water. I'm sorry if you can hear some noises. I've got the door open because it's quite warm. And the boiler's right there. The kids next door sometimes go out to play, so we'll see how much time we get before that happens. So, where should I begin? Okay, let's get that primrose in something first. And so I'm just using this as my junk bowl. So that's like a nice decorative, but it doesn't have any holes in the bottom, and I know that this should probably have some good drainage. So that's a shame. We paid £5 for something that was in this pot. That's quite pricey. Now I don't have any pots on me apparently that would go in this nicely, even though that would be really lovely. All right, 1 second, I'm going to look under the sink. I've got bags of stuff just stacked up. There. Okay, this is last chance saloon. No. I can see we have smaller pots, but they're being used for aloe vera babies. All right, well, it's not the end of the world if it can't go in something decorative. Oh, it's not the end of the world if it can't go in something decorative, right? Would have been nice, little pretty primrose thing, but primrose thing. I will probably, I had something about that I was going to use for just a bit of poking. What have we got in here? You know how every kitchen has a crap drawer? Well, that's this trolley for us. Ben will kill me for telling you that. He's like a bit Monica in the sense that he doesn't want anyone to think we have crap anywhere. Okay, so a friend has told me that a good ratio of to be doing for this is 1 cup of compost to an egg cup of perlite. Ben bought some perlite, which is like little porous rocks. I can't tell what's open. Okay, that one's closed. Here we go. Not sponsored by Wilco. I can't really get a cup in there, but you know, looks about even to me. Does it to you? Gonna make such a mess. Okay. Oh, it was kind of big and mealy, so I really couldn't pour it. It wasn't pouring. Okay, so that's about a mug. Ah. Don't want any of that stuff to fall over. Ooh. Okay, now the perlite. It's been pegged shut in quite a strange way because I think it was cut open in quite a strange way, and it was just, these rocks go everywhere. This bag is surprisingly light. Because obviously it's just lots of little porous rocks. They're like styrofoam. Close that for now. Okay. Do you guys see the little scoop that I had? What did I do with you? Looks like this it is then, I guess. I feel like I was shaking a lot with the bowl. Okay. So I'm just going to give this a little bit more. I can't believe I can't find that scoop. Just had it. A little bit more of like a breakup of the dirt that's there. I unfortunately don't have a pencil on me. That's what I was looking for in the drawers, but it doesn't appear we have any, so I'm just going to rub it gently, taking care to cause as little damage to the roots as I can. Now I don't know if the reason this has died is because it's already flowered, and if it's at the end of its life and this is a bit fruitless, which would be sad, but you know, might be nice just to stick out in the garden and see how it does and keep her watered when we go out for exercise. Okay, so it's really quite dense in there. So many roots for such a small plant, right? Here's hoping they're not diseased, and that's not why the plant died. All right, so I think that that's enough. I'm going to keep that ball now. Because I don't even know if this plant is going to, you know, we've already spent quite a bit of time on this, and I don't even know if that plant's going to make it. And also, when I was asking about ratios and using the perlite and stuff like that, I wasn't asking about this primrose. So it might be that this is completely wrong, but I guess we'll find out. I hope I don't damage it. Nice to get your hands dirty sometimes, isn't it? Oh, I have fertilizer. I should have put that in here, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll put that on the top afterwards. It's like a pearls of it type one. Giving it a bit of a push down. Is that blocking your view? Sorry. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so there's the little former resident that we've evicted for the aloe vera. And now let's move on to the aloe vera. Now I'm going to put a couple more rocks in this one. Putting rocks in the bottom just because I want to be sure it has good drainage, and also you're supposed to pot them really shallow, so I'm hoping maybe that a bit of additional height will you know, help it out. Okay, so the ratio that he said for this was, you know, 1. I've also got some horticultural sand, which apparently is good for draining, which these will like. Egg cup. Egg cup. Now, this is the fertilizer I was going to use, and for this he said teaspoon, which is why I brought a little measuring scoop, which I'm going to kick myself when I find out where it is. But instructions were essentially teaspoon. Or it might have been tablespoon, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is just a couple of bits and bobs in here. So that's very little. Oh, it smells. Should I be huffing that? Should I be huffing fertilizer? I wasn't huffing, I was just giving it a bit of a smell, that's all. No, that's the closed one. There we go, over there. Maybe I will put the cup in there because that's quite messy. No, it doesn't fit. I can't. Okay. So let's how can we do this? Just gonna crumble some of it. See if I can't get enough to pour, because it's quite compacted. Okay, let's see if we can pour. What I'm going to do is, this probably won't be enough, but I'm just going to do it. Oh! I'm going to need a good sweep and a hoover when this is done. I should have just done this in the garden with you. We could have just been out in the sun. It might have been too bright though. But yeah, I'm just going to do this one measurement at a time so I know I've got the ratios right. And then if I need more, I'll just, you know, I'll measure more out. 1 cup. I suppose I could just make 2 now, because then it'll be the same amount of wastage. Yeah, I'll make 2, just because it's a big. The bowl is much bigger. And I want to kind of fill it up as close to the rim as possible, so the aloe has plenty of room to spread. Okay. Right. Here's hoping that's enough. In theory, I mean, thing is, when I emptied the bowl, it nearly filled that big mixing bowl, but that was quite compact. Okay, so now we should take the egg cup again. The perlite. Okay, so I'm just mixing it up. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. It might be, but I feel like I wanted it to be slightly higher than that. I don't know. See? It's still going to be a lot more, you know, a lot more room for the edges than he's got now. Let's do a half and half and half, I guess. Actually, I was going to grab some out of the waste bowl, but I feel like that's got dead material in it. And I don't know what else, so. I've got to unpeg that bag again. What I should have done is just got myself a generous bowl of everything out ready, proper Blue Peter style. And then, you know, we would have been able to just use that. Okay. Okay, right. So we have the extras, and what I'll probably do now is wait until I've got the root structure in. And then we have the extra for just like a bit of, you know, securing. So what I'm going to do is push out from underneath, take the whole collection out, and there we go. Now you probably won't be able to see this, but I'm just now going to, on the table, it's crazy how little their roots are, honestly. Absolutely insane. I still think that bowl's too deep now. Now I'm seeing it. Sorry I'm being kind of quiet, you guys. I'm just kind of concentrating. I hope that doesn't make it too boring. I know sometimes on YouTube especially, it's nice to just watch people who are, you know, kind of focusing, right? Okay. So there's the big boy. There's the big boy. And we're going to have to really, I think it's probably good I got some more soil, because he's going to need a bit of support. So I'm sort of pressing down. I might even need to go and get something temporarily to like strap to him to keep him up. I don't know whether it's good for it, but I've put, you know, a little bit of what was the exposed stem before into the soil just for some stability. And I know that this will all like sort of resettle itself once it's had its first watering, which won't be for a couple of days after it's been potted. Well, he's actually, yeah, he's holding himself aloft pretty nice. All right, okay. Okay, I think we're done. So, there he is in his nice bowl. I'll leave it for a little while, see if he stands up nice and straight still, and make sure that he's going to be okay in it. But thank you guys for humouring me and letting me, you know, just sort of like chill out, do kind of a relaxy kind of video today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll keep you updated on how he does. Okay, bye.